The first time I played chess in New Orleans was against Jude Acers. So I was on the first time I came to New Orleans, I was on a tour, and this guy said, this guy, Jude Acers, has never lost a game. And, uh, and so I went to play him, and I was like, $5? I'm like, how good could he really be? And then he just crushed me. So it got me interested. So I asked him to recommend a book, and he recommended Logical Chess. So I started studying with that. And one time I was playing at On V, and in the middle of one of my games, Jude came in with a garbage bag full of books and handed them over the game, almost knocked the pieces off. and uh, and a lot of those books actually are really good. Like I still have some of them and still study some of them pretty often. Also, there were some Russian books in there, which I can read Russian, but I don't know if Jude knew that. But there was one, yeah, Psychologia шахматного творчества, which means psychology of the art of chess.
How do you remember a chess game?
Hmm.
Because you remember a lot.
I feel like if you have a clear idea on each move, then you can remember the whole game kind of, because you remember exactly what you were thinking at that moment relative to what the opponent could do. So it kind of like brings the game back to you in your mind, I think. It's like any game I play where I didn't have clear ideas, that's where I lose track of the game in memory, at least.
But you can replay a whole game if it was a good game.
Yeah, yeah. Like if I was conscious of every move, I knew exactly. Like sometimes I'll come home from Tuesday night, or a lot of times on Monday and Thursday in our rapid game, I don't notate. I'll come home and I'll put the first so many moves that I remember into just into my stockfish, but just from memory. Sometimes I don't get it and I know it, but other times I definitely get it. Yeah, moving back to New Orleans from Atlanta, I was really happy to be back in the New Orleans chess scene. So I didn't find much going on in Atlanta, at least not in terms of like local clubs you could easily find on the internet. So that's one thing I think is so amazing about this scene. People are playing all the time, and it's easy to find out where too. You just, but yeah, it's a great feeling being back. All the clubs, there's some old faces, some new faces, but it's something I love to do, and I'm happy it's around. There's something special about it. I think I would describe the New Orleans chess scene as special. I think there's a lot of people of all ages and backgrounds and abilities, and we all just come together to do this thing we love out in public places. It really feels like you're part of the world in this kind of like it's enhanced for the moment. You're doing this thing. It's got its own like inherent momentum, kind of. It's super cool. Atlanta's a massive, sprawling city, and they did have a pretty nice chess club, but it was way out in the suburbs on Friday night, and it's like, I'm not going to be able to make this. It's going to be like a 2 hour drive out to Roswell. Whereas here, I ride my bike everywhere inside the city. Uh, so it's a lot easier to get to everything. Also, I think here it's more social. There, really felt more isolated there in general. Even though I have a lot of friends there, because everybody lives so far apart, and you can't really walk or bike anywhere. Like this, the continuity of the city's broken by the fact that you have to drive. Like you have to get into some kind of pod to move to like another section. Whereas here, you don't really have to do that. Like you can stay out in the city while you're going through the city. So